As A-10s do, we're down there, low level, heading back towards base, and we notice just outside of Beatty that there's something going on over here.
This story is about a patriotic American that dedicated his life to let the men and women in uniform know that they were appreciated.
Air Force jets from Nellis Air Force Base would fly in the mountains trying to avoid the radar, part of their training, to do bombing runs north of us. And Dad got the idea saying hi to him.
For 45 years, Evan Thompson waved an American flag at fighter jets passing over his desert home near Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada. In this film, we explore the motivation behind his commitment and unwavering support for our nation's heroes. Heroes like Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Chris Beckman.
We're not there to hurt the people we're trying to protect. And they're innocent people that are kind of caught up in this war.
Whose mission in Afghanistan forced him to make a decision that ultimately saved the lives of 23 U.S. Army soldiers, as well as countless civilians.
What an unlikely name for a hero. A big, strapping farm boy from Central Texas.
Doris Miller, the Navy sailor who during World War II wasn't trained or permitted to man weapons on board his ship due to the color of his skin. But when Pearl Harbor was attacked, he disobeyed orders and shot at the incoming Japanese bombers, saving the lives of his fellow sailors.
Yes, we can do something different other than be servitude.
Next aircraft carrier is going to be named the USS Doris Miller.
I found my first deployment into Afghanistan was in 2004. So a couple years after 9/11, and I was frothing at the mouth to get into the game. Green Berets are very different. They work by, with, and through indigenous people. So we have a requirement not only to immerse in the local culture, but also just to be able to walk into a village and connect. These were Afghans who not only fought at our shoulder, they bled and died for us as much as they did their own teammates. Man, like, you talk about sacrifice.
During the evacuation of Afghanistan, Lieutenant Colonel Scott Mann, a U.S. Army Green Beret, and Air Force Master Sergeant Travis Peterson, they only had 2 weeks to evacuate as many of our Afghan partners and American citizens as they could. As retired veterans, they mobilized whatever resources they could find to accomplish this mission.
There's a second plane that just hit the World Trade Center.
Stop all departures out of the center.
D.C. Air National Guard F-16 pilot Major Heather Penny on 9/11 was ordered to take down any commercial aircraft that had been hijacked. With no weapons on board, the only way she could accomplish her mission was to ram her plane into the jumbo jet.
I'm zipping up my G-suit when Sass says, "I'll take the cockpit." Sass would ram the cockpit with his jet, and I would ram the tail.
It's said that character defines a person by the actions they take. Join us as we explore these acts that define patriots and a seemingly common man in the desert known as the real American.
The pure outgiving of love and appreciation for what we did. I think the term the real American is an understatement.
And nobody asked Evan and his family all those decades to do that. They did it freely. They did it because they wanted to.
I knew right away that it was for my dad.
He will always be remembered as the real American.